Good morning, everyone. I hope that you've had a great weekend. This is day 11 already of our study through the book of Ephesians backwards. I just, again, want to say thank you to all those that have been faithful and been with us throughout this entire series. If you have missed out some parts, the easiest way to find it is just go to our website, bccbrazil.org, and on the right-hand side, as you scroll down that screen, there'll be a link to week 1 and week 2's devotions. This is being recorded the day after Easter. So whenever you watch it, just so you get some perspective of how God puts these things together. I didn't plan these things in advance or anything like that, just literally going through it day by day with all of you. And I want you to listen to this passage. Remember, this is the day after we just celebrated Easter. It's Philippians chapter 3, beginning in verse 10. Paul wrote these words, "I want to know Christ and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of sharing in his sufferings, becoming like him in his death, and so somehow attain to the resurrection of the dead." I want to know Christ and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, becoming like him in his death, and so somehow attain to the resurrection from the dead. How incredible is it that God places that verse for us the day after Easter? If you ever wonder how things happen, why things happen the way they do, God's in control. It's plain and clear with just simple little things like that. And so Paul is writing to us saying he wants to. So the question then becomes for us, do we? Do we want to know the power of Christ, the power that we all observed yesterday in his resurrection from the dead as we celebrated Easter? Do you want to know that power? Do you want to experience that power? Paul gives us the anecdote, if you will, the way to do that. The fellowship and the sharing in his sufferings, becoming like him in death. We must die to ourselves. And when we die to ourselves, we allow him, then, his Spirit, to resurrect us into this new life and begin to experience that life now. It's an incredible thought. I'm so grateful that he gave it to us, and it's just amazing how he did that the day after Easter. Rest in that today. Dwell on that today. Do you want to experience the power of Christ's resurrection? I know I do. I pray that you do as well. Feel free to share this with others. Like it on Facebook, as they say. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day today.